Welcome to the channel. I do not like the prophecy trope. There is nothing inherently wrong with it. In fact, a lot of my favorite products of media use prophecy to tell its story. Dark Souls has the chosen undead. Dune has the Lisan al-Gaib.
I'm pointing the way!
Even the Bible talks in prophecy in the form of the Messiah.
Going to sleep.
So I know as a storytelling tool it works, but it still rubs me the wrong way. So we are going to talk about it. So my first problem with the prophecy trope is that it removes the significance of choice. What would be the point of moral quandaries, choosing sides, or even differentiating right or wrong when the outcome has already been predetermined? One of my favorite games of all time is Fallout New Vegas. In the game, your choices have an impact on how the world looks like at the end of the playthrough. This makes the game very replayable because you would want to see the results of the options you didn't initially take the first time. What's even more amazing is people continue to argue about these choices and which side would be best suited to take over. It is amazing. Now let's compare that to my other favorite game. Dark Souls is a game where your choices don't matter. You play as an undead who follows this prophecy given to you by a dying knight from Astora. The chosen undead rings 2 bells of awakening to find out the fate of the undead. You learn that you need to kill the gods of this world and collect their souls so you can link this dying flame and extend the Age of Fire. The other option is to let the flame die out and usher in the Age of Dark. Ultimately, this choice does not matter because the world cycles between light and dark. Whatever choice you make, there will be another to undo it all. The chosen undead prophecy and the coming of the Dark Lord traps the world into a never-ending loop that takes away the power of choice by making it insignificant, which makes you insignificant. The game itself builds a beautiful world, provides challenges that are satisfying to conquer, and characters that people can grow to care about. But at the end of the day, it's nihilism with extra toppings. Another thing that I don't like about prophecy can be seen in Oedipus Rex. As the story goes, King Laius and Queen Jocasta of Thebes was given a prophecy. Their child would kill his father and marry his mother. This leads them to take actions to thwart the prophecy, ultimately leading to its fulfillment. Yet when we look at the finer details of the story, had they never been made aware of this prophecy, it would have never happened. It's a common Greek theme, how the actions of an individual ultimately shapes or fulfills their destiny, intentionally or not. My problem with this kind of story is that it makes it feel like destiny is locked in the moment one is made aware of it. God of War Ragnarok tackles this theme in the form of the Norns, sisters 3 with the power to tell the future. Yet they tell Kratos that there's no such thing as destiny, only the choices people make. The only thing that makes them seem knowledgeable of the future is due to their ability to predict choices and behaviors that people choose to go with. Such patterns makes it easy to predict the outcomes of destinies of those who seek their wisdom. What really hits home is this line right here.
There is no grand design, no script, only the choices you make.
It's a message that tells us that we cannot escape destiny because we cannot escape ourselves. Which brings me to the kind of prophecy that extends its consequences to the real world. A dangerous and often destructive behavior is the self-fulfilling prophecy. Some people hold on to a belief so strongly that it starts to affect their actions. Some of these people are fueled by doubt, insecurity, or even traumatic experiences. This leads them to think it would happen again sooner or later, and they start to act in a way that makes you think it's already happening. In the end, it leads them to fulfilling their own prophecy. Because it keeps getting fulfilled, they believe even stronger and get stuck in an endless destructive loop. As always, this is the part of the video where I try to tackle a real problem with my not-so-real expertise. So if you're here now, thanks for getting this far. Leave a comment and maybe subscribe. Anyway, the first thing we need to do to break this cycle is to be aware of your own actions that contribute to it. For example, just because you got cheated on in a past relationship, it doesn't mean you'll be cheated on again in the future. You need to learn to give each situation you get into a clean slate until you get more information. Simply thinking that your new partner will cheat again without any evidence will lead to a toxic relationship, which may push your partner to do the thing you feared they would do. There's this crazy Buddhist teaching that is summarized by the phrase, seeing things as they are. They connect this form of seeing to what they call the 3 basic facts of existence. A short definition of these 3 are as follows. Nothing in this world is permanent and everything is subject to change. Depending on absolutes is what leads to real suffering. The way to deal with suffering is to accept the experience of change rather than trying to control or own the change. It's a difficult concept to understand, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Destiny often manifests when we act as if we are in control of it. We are a slave to our nature. But nature is impermanent. When we start to see things and people for what they truly are, we can then start to act in an informed manner. We can't depend on absolutes, and we must always be willing to see further than what our own experiences tell us. As a foul-mouthed blue dwarf once said,
It's about understanding.
Understanding what?
The nature of a thing's more important than the form of a thing.
and if destiny is nothing more than the sum of our choices, I believe we have the power to make better choices. Thanks for watching.